Hey guys, it's the Squishy Monster. Today we're going to make spicy seafood noodle soup, jjamppong. And if you like any of those things, then this is pretty much for you. The first thing I'm going to do is bring my broth to a boil and create a broth. And in my little mesh thing here, I just have some anchovies and a couple pieces of kelp. All the details will be found on the squishymonster.com, so no worries. To that, I'm going to add in my mushrooms. And I'm using enoki and button because that's what I found and that's what was on sale, but you can use whatever you like. And then a dash of fish sauce. Bring this to a boil for about 15 to 20 minutes and that'll be your broth. In a separate pot I have just a little bit of bacon going. I'm going to add in my onions, my garlic and ginger, salt and pepper, but just be mindful that the fish sauce that we used in the broth is very salty. And the salt will help draw up a natural moisture in the sugars from the onions. You'll have to worry about burning, especially with the bacon in there. And then I'm going to add in my carrots and my peppers. Then I'm going to add in my red pepper flakes. These are the Korean hot pepper flakes without any seeds in it. And I mixed it, it's clumpy because I mixed it with just a little bit of sesame oil, which will also help impart a lot of nice smoky depth and flavor to this. Traditionally, this is served with leeks or cabbage. Like I always say, use what you've got. I don't have either or. So I'm using spinach. And it'll be a nice, I think it'll be nice because the whole soup will be predominantly red and pink. So it'll be a nice color running through it. The green, the brightness and the freshness of the green. This will all wilt down and it'll impart, the job here is, for the spinach, is to impart some type of body and some volume to the dish. When everything is nicely wilted down just like this, you want to reintroduce the broth into your mixture here. And I took out the strained mesh thing and I'm going to pour in that lovely broth. You're going to want this come to a fierce bubble, but not before introducing your seafood to it. And remember, it's salt and pepper each layer, but be very mindful because of the bacon and the fish sauce. And I'm going to put in my mussels first. Then my shrimp, and the shrimp and the mussels are already pre-cooked, and the shrimp and the squid that I'm about to put in is going to cook off very, very fast. So you want to do this at the last moment. Alright, so we're going to see how it went. Oh, look at that. So beautiful. That's like a pot of gold right there. I'm going to sprinkle in my green onions, and remember, you don't want to overcook your seafood. You don't want something rubbery, so make sure you just do this right before you're about to serve. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm going to cook off my noodles, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Before I dig in, I just want to address that you can use whatever you have on hand. If you're hard up for anything like, udon noodles, you can always use spaghetti, serve this over rice, or just have this soup straight up. Because you know what, there's no rules, nobody's out there dictating you have to eat it a certain way. So do whatever you want to do and whatever you're craving at the moment. You can also sub with, pork neck bones or, beef or whatever you want to. If you don't want this to be seafood, then, by all means. If you want this to be even spicier, go ahead and kick it up a notch or, tame it down without any of the spices. You can do whatever you want with this, so don't be afraid to experiment. I'm going in for a bite. Have a spoon and chopsticks because this is kind of like a dual thing. It smells delicious, and this bowl is just steaming, and I've just like plumped everything on the floor just now. Oops. No worries, I'm sure I'll get to it later. Get some noodles. That is so beautifully spicy, you guys. I love it. Get some of that broth. You get those fat, chewy noodles, and then that contrast with that silky broth. Got some oomph to it because of that spiciness. I love that spicy kick. If you guys have ever had any of those like Korean instant seafood noodle packs, this is like a million times better. Give this a try and make it your own. Thanks so much for spending time with me. This is the Squishy Monster, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!